In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to upload image and store image into the database table using Laravel 12. So let's see what we're going to build. So I put my name, select an image, I click on upload. So you can see image uploaded successfully. So I go to my database table, click on browse. So you can see I have an image uploaded successfully. So I return back, upload another set of image. So I just call this hacking. Choose an image to upload. So I just come here and choose this. Upload. So image successfully uploaded. I come to my database table. So you can see I've uploaded 2 images already. So this is what we are going to look at using Laravel 12. So let's start coding. So the first thing I'm going to do right now, I'm going to create a model and a table where I can migrate my image to. So first and foremost, I'll come here and create a model. So how do we create model in Laravel 12? It's very, very simple. So here I'll come here and I'll say PHP artisan make model. I'll call this image -m. This means create a table called image. So I've created a model called image and a migration table called image table. So this is my migration table and the name of the table is images. If you go up under models, you will see your image model. So yeah, I have to define the column that I want for this my application. So yeah, I need just 2 columns, the name and the image parts. Now for the record, the image parts is what will be stored in our database table, while the contents of the image, that's the main image, will be stored in our public parts. That's the folder or directory in our project. So here I'll come here and I'll say declare this as protected fillable, protected fillable, fillable equal to let me just equal to, sorry, I want to get the name and I want the image parts, image underscore parts. Yeah, so this is the 2 columns that I want to practically play with, the name and image parts. I want to store this in my database table and go to my create images. So I only need just 2 columns, the name and the words image parts. So yeah, I'll call this name and image parts. That's basically what I need. PHP artisan. Okay, good. So I have migrated my tables. So if you open the browser now, if you check the, sorry, let me refresh this. So you can see these are my tables and this is my images table. It has the name, the image parts. You can see that for yourself. So now I've created my table. I need a controller where my business logic will be placed in. So how do I create a controller? It's very simple. I'll say PHP artisan make controller. Then the name of the controller, I'll call this image controller. Image controller, and I press enter. So I've created the controller, and if you look at this, you can see the image controller is empty. So these are the business logic I want to do. So I've created the model and I've also created the controller. Now, if you go to our browser, you can see that it's Laravel 12 here. I want to do my upload here. So I'll take this default Laravel 12 home screen or home page or welcome screen. So I'll take it off. Where can you see the Laravel 12? If you go to your resources folder, views, then you will see welcome.blade.php. So I'm going to take everything off. That's it. I'm going to take everything off and save this. If I save this, I refresh it, this will be empty if I do so. So you can see that is empty. So I want to create a simple HTML form where I can put the bootstrap and the rest. Here I generate the HTML form here. So in this place, I can just come here and just do a simple HTML form and create my container. So let me just come here and say div class as container. Then inside this div class, Let me come here and let me just come here and just title this as upload photo. Upload photo. Upload photo. So yeah, I'll just come and put another div. I'll just put a customized div here. I'll call this upload card. Upload card. So inside here, I'll put my form, basically my form. I don't need all this help from you. Please go. Escape that. So yeah, I'll put, because I want to use Bootstrap, so I'll put the div. I'll create a div inside here. Give it a margin top of 3. Then I'll pass the form and the label. I'll pass the form and the label. Okay, good. So thanks so much for the help. So I have the form. So I don't need this yet. We've not created the action. This is a form. Now in Laravel, whenever you are uploading an image, make sure that the form has an attribute called end type, multi-part form data. If not, you cannot upload image in Laravel. And one important thing in Laravel, make sure you use the cross-site forging request. It will prevent your site from being hacked or being injected. So that's why you have to put that. It's very, very important. And I have a button. Let me give this button a width of 100 pixels. Maybe a margin top, or maybe a margin top of 3. Oh, will work for me. So let's see how this will look like, this form that I've just created. Let's see how this form will look like. So I go to the browser, refresh this. An exception. Okay, what's the exception? Let's see what this. Oh, so I thought I've removed the store. We don't need this yet, so I take this out. I don't need it. I take it out. I save this and I go to the browser. So you can see this is how my form will look like. It's not beautiful. Yes, it's not beautiful. So let me make this form to be beautiful. That means I'll need to get Bootstrap. So I'll go to the Bootstrap documentation, which is this. So I'll copy this CDN via JS I'll paste it at the top here. This is CDN from Bootstrap. So I'll come here and refresh this. So you can see with the help of Bootstrap, I have a beautiful form. But I can make this beautiful, more beautiful than this. Of course, I can make it using CSS. So let me format this. Okay, good. So let me put an internal styling here. So I'll just come here and let me do the body. Okay, that's okay. I like this color from the body. I don't have used F4, F4, F6, F4, F6, F9. I've used this color before. Yeah, I like it. So I'll come here and give the class. I have a class called upload card. I gave it I don't need it background FFF. Okay, no problem. The padding 20 pixels. I want it to be 30 pixels. The padding I want it to be 30 pixels. The border radius, I want the border radius to be 15 pixels. That'll be okay by me. 15 pixels. And I want the margin to be 80 pixels. The margin to be 80 pixels top. 80 pixels to the top. Let me say margin. What's margin? Let me say margin across board. Then I give it an auto margin. Then the box shadow. I think I prefer that box shadow. So the next thing I want to do right now is to give it a preview class. I don't have a preview yet for now. I can just give it a class called preview image. Preview image. The height, I want to give the height 200 pixels. 200 pixels. Object fit. I need the object fit to make it fit into the container. An object fit of cover. The margin top, I want the margin top to be 15 is okay for me. 10 pixels. Border radius 10. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. So let's see how our website, our application looks like now. So you can see this is beautiful. So let me give it a maximum width. Let me give the container, the card, a maximum width of 500 pixels. A maximum width of 500 pixels so that it will be smaller than what it is on the screen. Sorry. Okay, better. Let me move this to the center, this upload photo to the center. So here I can come here. Where's the upload photo? The text is it. So here I'll give it a class of text center so that it will move to the center. Okay, I think it's better. Let me give it a margin top. Margin top of 3 or 5. Let me say margin top of 5. That won't touch the edge. I think this is better. Or let me make it 3. That's much. Or 2. 2 will be okay. Okay, I think this is better. I'm okay with this. So now I have this now. The next thing I want to do, remember that we've created the model and we've created the migration and we've also created our controller. It's time for the logic now. So I'll go back to this our form. Now I don't have a route here. So the action is where you want to go to. So let me just give it a route. This is how you declare a route in Laravel. So I can call this store as my route store. Just keep it simple, store. Then the name, I want the name to be named. The image, the name, these names are very, very crucial in Laravel. Name, ID. So I can easily come here and make that happen. So let me go to my controller. Go to my controller. Let me close this. I don't need this. So this is my image controller. Before I go to the image controller, I have to go to the web.php, which is the route. So I have to define the routes here. And how you do define a route, I'll come here, I'll put the route, the post method, the name, this name here is what I inserted here. You go to the form, this store is what I'm inserting as a name here in Laravel. In case you don't understand, I have a full course on Laravel, please endeavor to watch that. Then this is a method. Let me make it with capital letter S so that you're able to differentiate it. This method, I will create this method inside this controller called image controller. And make sure when you use this here, make sure it's imported. You can see it is imported at the top here. So I'll go to my image controller and create that method called store. So let's create the method called store. So yeah, I'll come here and I'll say public function. And I'll call it store. Because it's a post method, I have to get my request. Okay, so I don't need this. Let me take this off. I don't need it for now. Oh, this is my extension that I installed. So I take this. I'm going to explain that to you later. So this is my method called store method. So yeah, I want to use the try catch. Sorry, I want to use the try catch so I can catch the error message. So yeah, this is a try catch. Catch the exception. Okay, good. So what I want to do, I want to first in this store method, when the user tries to upload the image, I will need to validate the image that they are trying to upload if it meets the criteria. And what's the criteria? This is the criteria here. This is the criteria, which is what I'm showing. Now, this is the criteria. One, the image field should be required. The image here should be required. It should be an image. And what kind of image do I want the user to be able to upload? A JPEG, a JPG, a PNG, GIF, SVG. And also the maximum size of the image should not be more than 2 megabytes. That is the requirement here. That's for my validation. Now after doing this validation, I have to store my image into the database table. So here I'll come here and I'll say undo the image upload. First and foremost, what do I want to do? I need to get the user's image first. So how do I do that? I need to get, I'll come here and say, let me say image equal to request file. This is the request file. And the name of the image that I am getting here format, you can see it clearly. The name of the image that I'm getting here is called image. It's called image, and that is what I save it. You can see it when we did our HTML form here. The name is name. The name here is image. So I'm using this image name so in this place, so that it means whenever the user tries to upload an image, gets that image name. So now I need to what? I need to generate the file name because I want the image to be unique. I don't want the same image in my database table. So how do I go about this? I'll come here and I will generate a unique file name. So I'll come here and say file name equal to, let me use the PHP dates. Yeah. And there is a method in Laravel called getClientOriginalName, which helps us to get the original name of the client and append it with the word, the date format, which is in year, month, date, hours, minutes, and seconds, so that it will be unique. That is what I've done on line 19. And I'm storing the unique name into a variable called file name. The next thing is to put it into a public folder. I have to put it into a public folder, which is what we are seeing on line 20. So I'm moving the image, I'm moving this image into a public folder. Let me give the public folder upload. You can call it any name you want to call it. Upload. So I'm giving the folder name as upload. Like I said, you can call it any name you want to call it. Now, for the record, what do I want to do? I want to store the URL of the image into my database table and store the main content of the image into my public folder. That's a public path folder. So I need to extract the URL. So I'll come here and say save URL equal to this. So it means in my database table, what will be saved will be what? Upload / the unique name of the image. That is what you're going to see in my database table. Now, after doing this, I have to what? Store this into where? Into my database table. So here, I'll come here and say save this. So remember that I have a model called image model. So here, I'll come here and say image. Now, please make sure you import the image you are using. Make sure it is imported. This image model, make sure it is imported. I've imported it. You can see that at the top of my work here from apps, models, image. So it means create the name, create the image part. Remember the image part we created in our database table when we are migrating. This is the image part for the record. Let me show you my database table. This image part here, and this is the name here. So I want to store the part, that is this URL, into that part. The main content will be stored in the where? In the public folder. So after doing this, I need to allow the user to know that their image was successfully uploaded to my database. So I'll come here and I'll say return back. Let me take it back with an array. Okay, so here I'll put a message telling the user that they've successfully uploaded an image into my database. That's what I'm going to do. Then, because I'm going to use Bootstrap to display the image, Bootstrap alert has an attribute, an ID called alert type. So I'm going to come here and say alert type. I'm going to come here and say alert type. Alert type as sources. Alert type as sources. So you get that now. So I'll do the same thing for the error message. So I'll just copy this in case there is an error. Catch the exception of the error. So I don't need this. Come here and paste this. So here I'll change this message to something went wrong or failed to upload. Anything you want to call it. Something went wrong or failed to upload. So let me concatenate this with the exception so that you can get. I can come here and I'll say E. That's variable E gets message. Yeah. So failed to upload folder, and that is the image. So good. So I have created the controller, the method that will help us to upload image. Now go back to your home screen, to your home page. Sorry. When I upload image, I need to preview the image. I have a CSS that controls the preview already here. This is the CSS that controls the preview. So I need to create look for somewhere I can display the image that I am uploading. So here I'll give this a div. And here I'll say image source. So image source, the ID is preview. And the ID, let me change the ID here to show image. So I'm going to use JavaScript to run that. Show image. Show image. The class is preview img, which is this style here, class img. Then this source, I don't have any source yet for yet as it stands. I don't have any source yet. So so what this actually mean now is that I just want to display an image here. Just want to display an image for now. I want to display just an image for now. So yeah, I can easily come here and I put this for my URL. Looking at okay, do I need to put the URL? So I'm getting that. Think okay, we'll come back to this place. Let me just come here and leave that for now. We'll come back to that place for now. So I need a jQuery. There's a jQuery code I placed somewhere in my notepad, which will enable us to display the image we uploaded here. So I'll come here and I'll put the jQuery here. Now this jQuery, what is jQuery? Let me format it. What is jQuery will do? It will enable us to see the image that we uploaded. That is what this jQuery will do. So you can see the ID is image. This ID here is image. It's coming from this image from image field. Why the show image here, where we're going to display the image, this is where it's coming from. This show image, and it's going to attach the source to our results. Now, for this to work, I need to get jQuery. I need to get jQuery for this to work. So yeah, I'll go to Google and search for jQuery. I'll say jQuery from W3 School. W3 School. jQuery from W3 School. Okay. So look for jQuery. The latest jQuery. jQuery get started. Okay, so this is jQuery. So I'll just copy this jQuery source, these scripts, then go to my VS Code and paste it somewhere here. Save it. So let me see if the image will show now that I have saved this. Let's see if the image show. So let me pick an image, random image. That did not show. So why is that not showing? So let me check why that is not showing. So let's preview it to see if this is working whenever we upload an image. So let me go to my and refresh this. So let's see if this image is working. So let me upload an image. Fantastic. So you can see that we are able to upload an image. But so let us send it to where? To the database. So yeah, I'll come here, I'll call this Ernest. So let me click on upload. Now take notes. We have not yet defined if this was uploaded successfully or not. We already did that in the controller. This is our return back. So we have to take this message so that in case the user was able to upload successfully, will display the message successfully uploaded, or in case there's a failure, they will display the message failed to upload image or photo. So yeah, I will go to my code here. Let me do that somewhere at the top here. Let me come here and do that somewhere at the top. I do that inside the container. I should do that inside the upload this so that you can see the error message here. So yeah, I'll come here and do the session. So how do I go about it? The first thing we need to do, we need to declare the success or error message. So yeah, say if, and also end the if for this Laravel blade, and if. So if session contains a message, thanks so much. So if session contains a message, then alert. Remember I told you I was using Bootstrap. Alert. Remember that session alert type. The alert type is gotten from here, this alert type. So if the alert type is success, what do you think we show? Success message. If the alert type is danger, let me use the word danger because Bootstrap deals with danger. not error. So red will show. So I'll come here, the same thing that I've done. So I need to also display if there is an error message. It's very important I do that. So I'll come here and I'll say if, end the if. So I like ending the if quick before to do anything. End the if. So I'll say if any error exists, if any error exists, then what should I do if any error should exist, or if any error exists? Then I should display the error message. That's what I've just done here. You get that? So this is to tell you if there's an error message, make the alert type to be what? Danger. So you can do the same thing for the sources, but I've done that already for sources. Nothing to no much thing. So let us go and check this if everything works perfectly. So yeah, let me come here and write name. Let me say Akin. Then upload an image. Okay, so click on upload. Image uploaded successfully. So let's go verify that this image was uploaded successfully. So I go to my database. You notice that this is empty. Let me refresh this now. Fantastic. So you can see Akin image parts upload 2020-2026, the year at the time and the rest. So let's go to, this is just the URL that was stored in our database. Now let us go to our project to see if that image was successfully installed or not. So I'll go to my image. So I'll go to where I normally state my project. So local C. You can as well see it. Let me use my VS Code so you can see it from my VS Code. So your image will be stored in the public directory. Then you can see the image, the folder, upload folder. You can see the image here. Fantastic. So you can see that everything works perfectly. So let me upload another set of image. Let me go upload another image. Refresh. Let me upload another image. So I come here. I put NS. Upload an image. I pick this. And I click on upload. Beautiful. So let's go to our database to see if it has been uploaded successfully. Fantastic. NS is civil. So you can see that. So let's go confirm from our public directory. You can see another image here. Fantastic. So guys, if you like what we do here, please endeavor to comment, like, share our video, subscribe. Please subscribe so that we can able to serve you more of this content. So thank you very much, guys. I'll see you in the next content.